Welcome everyone. Thank you all for joining Master Ganesh's session today, and for those who has been following us these 3 days, thank you so much for your support. And today is the last session of our whole conference. So let me introduce Master Ganesh. So Master Ganesh got the title of being a Master in Science of Yoga Therapy from S. Vyasa University. Besides his mastery in yoga therapy, he also has a master in Ashtanga Yoga Mysore, where he lived, studied, and practiced his skills to a world-class level. He underwent classical yoga from Dev Sanskriti University to understand the roots of yoga and the Sutra of Yoga. Master Ganesh is not just educated in yoga, but he is well-versed in Sanskrit and holds a Sanskrit degree with Sanskrit main language, which is also an official language of yoga. His knowledge to understand yoga scriptures through Sanskrit makes him special to the extent that Union Yoga Ayurveda as a school feels proud in giving the best yoga teacher training in Singapore. So Master Ganesh has been contributing to yoga research and workshops. So he has presented papers and posters in research and has been awarded for his presentation conducted in yoga. He has been traveling overseas to conduct various workshops in inversion, backbend, along with horoscope workshops in India and abroad. So today, Master is going to do a theory session on the pranayama and PET, and then followed by 30 minutes of practice session and Q&A session at the end. Okay, so let's welcome Master Ganesh.
Namaste to all. I am Master Ganesh. So today we practice for PET and the pranayama. So today we talk about the Panchakosha and mostly related to the Pranamaya Kosha. So I try to share my slide. So my slide is mostly depend on this session, the role of pranic energized technique, PET for cancer. So yesterday you will attend Master Prashant class is talk about also little bit PET. So this session we do the full session of PET, but not a full, but it's little halfway. So what is the role of the PET in the cancer patient or cancer people? According to yoga, our body is divided into the 5 layers. 5 layers means that is the 5 seats of body is called Panchakosha. So mostly Panchakosha, we have our body. Only for physical body, we can see, we can touch, we can feel, but when you go to the beyond this physical body, we have the another 5 layers. When you attend to the yoga classes or the yoga instructor course, you also learn to the Panchakosha. So we have the 5 layers of the body. Annamaya Kosha is the physical aspect of personality. Mostly it's represent our physical body, our organs, our systems. And when you go to the second level of the body, that is Pranamaya Kosha, vital body. Manomaya Kosha is mental body, Vijnanamaya Kosha is intellectual body, and last is Anandamaya Kosha, that is the blissful or peaceful body. So what is our aim of life? Why we come in this earth? So that we represent to ultimately we want to reach happiness. We want to reach to the peace. So how the peace is coming? So we follow to the Panchakosha IAYT integrated approach of yoga therapy. So according to the Panchakosha, when we learn to the physical body, this physical body or this matter-based body is made by the 5 elements. So we have the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, wind, and space. So these are the 5 elements made our physical body. So physical body, we can see the different vyadhis. Vyadhis is called to the disease. But how the disease is affected in our body and affected to one organ to other organs and one system to the other system, that is represent to the Pancha Prana. So Pancha Prana is made by our Pranamaya Kosha. Second seats of the body is called Pranamaya Kosha, vital body. And this vital body is made by that mostly 10 pranas, Dasa Prana, but 5 is called main prana. So what are the 5 prana? Prana, Udana, Vyana, Samana, and Apana. So you can see the each and every prana is the each and every location. So when we have the prana movement, this is mostly control in our nervous system and head, and this is represent to our eyes and ears. When we go to the second pranas, udana prana, so udana mostly is represent to our diaphragm, to the lungs, towards the throat, and this is mostly upward forcing. And when you go to the third prana is Dhyana prana. Dhyana is stay in our heart center, but this is movement to outer rotation of the movement. It's going to all over the body through our hands, through our head, through our feet, and this is main function is circulation. When you go to the below our body, that is called navel region. That is navel region is Samana prana. Samana is balancing prana and is work in the digestion. When you go beyond the below the navel, that is represent to apana prana, and apana prana is downward force. So each and every prana have each and every own direction. But what is the purpose of PET, or what is the purpose of pranayama? We try to circulate all the prana in one direction. Like we learn to the PET, when you learn to the PET, how prana is coming and where is coming from and where is going to the state. So according to the Upanishad, kuta esha prano jayate katham ayati asmin sarire. So that means from where does prana is arise, where is coming, we don't know where is coming, because you can see the prana is inside the body also, outside of the body also. How to enter inside the body and how we find to the outside of the body. So Upanishad, there is the Prashna Upanishad. Upanishad is the scriptures. They represent to how prana, because one of the student asking, teacher, what is the prana and where is coming the prana, how to affect it the prana, and how to enter this body, and where is going to the prana when we die. So then the second slide, Upanishad say, Atmanah esha prano jayate. Where is prana coming, where is going, where is entering. So you see, from the self, the prana is takes birth. Like according to Bhagavad Gita also you learn, because this physical body is destroyed, die, but what is the remaining end of? That is our soul. That is called universal soul to individual soul. So our main purpose of yoga, yujyate anen iti yoga, connect our jivatma to paramatma, individual soul to the universal soul. And when you coming, this soul is coming to your body or entering to the body, with soul prana also enter. So like some people is die, what we check first? We check the breath. Oh, this body have no breath, that means it's die. So through the soul or from the soul is prana with enter together. Then like how to relate it to the soul to prana. So there is say ethesa purusa chaya etasmin. Like a man have the shadow. So you can move your shadow, you can remove your shadow, cannot remove, because anywhere you go, your shadow will also go. So same like our soul have the shadow form is the prana. So if you want to relate to the prana, you cannot remove to the prana. So that's why prana is very important to the all the disease also, and this is taking to the place, and this prana comes to the body and is create the action. And how to create the action? Through the mind, because mind is considered to the third manomaya kosha, and your prana is bridge connection between physical to the mental body. So you work to the through meditation to control your mind. We practice to asana, we can control our physical body. But if you cannot control your bridge, you cannot control your both equally. But if you directly focus on the prana, you can easy to control your mind also, you can easy to control your physical body also. Because hatha yoga say chale vate chale chittam nischale nischalam bhavet yogi sthanatvam apnoti tato vayu nirodhayet. Chale vate chale chittam. That means is hatha yoga say chale vate, if the movement of the prana is very fast, chale chittam, speed of the thoughts, stress, anxiety, you have more. So means if the speed of the prana or your breath, speed of the mind have the fast. But nischale nischalam bhavet. But if you can control or control the speed of prana, control the speed of the breath, you can easy to control your mind. yogi sthanatvam apnoti. Yogi understand this concept of the prana, and they practicing and they can move each and every direction of the prana. So how work the PT or pranayama in our body, and how to heal our cells or our organs. So that is, if you understand the concept of the prana, you can easy to move the prana to your own direction. Like simple example, if some people have the knee pain, so knee pain means less circulation of the energy to in your knee. So what happened? Now your mind start to sending the message, you need to energy, you need to energy. But what happened if your nadis is called channels, meridians is blockage. So we cannot move the energy. But if you understand the concept of prana, you can easy to move the energy, not physically, because prana we cannot touch, we cannot see, but mentally we can move the energy on our knees and start to healing. So PET, pranic energized technique, we understand how we give the movement our prana, how to circulate the prana, how to energize our organs, and how to help to heal our cancer cell or any disease also. So pranic energized technique is not only to the yoga, is also followed to the scientific. There is the one research is conducted in the this year's in the January. In the January 2020, there is the represent to the prana sakti is life force. Under the PET, we consider to the advanced technique, and the energies. What is the two purpose of your prana is create the energy or stimulate the energy to your body. Why we create the stimulate? You can easy to remove the blockage, and second, feeding your glands, feeding your organs, feeding your system to nourishment your system. And if your energy fulfillment in your body, you are healthy and you are alive. And under the pranic healing, we no need to touch, like asana, okay, touch, twist, stretch this. But in the pranic healing, we're not using to the touch sense, we just feeling, realizing. We're not using any drugs like medicines. This is the energy based system to complementary to healing. We through the mind, through the mentally power, through the willpower, we using to our energy to move each and every organs and create the healing. So after the done the research study in the 2020 in January, they find after 4 weeks, mostly is the patient have the breast cancer, and after they done the 4 weeks of the PET daily, they do the practice 1 hour. After they find to the cancer cell start to growing very fast, multiple very fast, start to reduce the size of the cancer cell and start to spread to very fast to the other organs also. That they find after study, after the practice PET, that is also reduce the significance also. So that is pranic energized technique can work in the cancer patient according to the scientific proof also. Now come to the pranamaya kosha. So pranamaya kosha, what is the main purpose or what is the main aim of the pranamaya kosha? Normalizing our breath, because breath is the bridge. So if you breathe fast, automatically your mind have anxiety, thought, stress. So that condition, if you make a normal your breath, then try to slow down your breath. That is the second purpose. Now you can make a slow down your breath, then make a balance on your breath. And when you can balance your breath, you cut connection between Adhi to Vyadhi. Adhi means mental disease, psychosomatic disease. Vyadhi is called to the physical disease like infection or inflammation or problem to cut or accident something. So that is represent to the Vyadhi. And when you can cut out between the Adhi and Vyadhi, that is promote your positive health automatically. How to work in our pranamaya kosha? Cleansing. Cleansing is not directly work in our pranamaya kosha, but indirectly is help to stimulate and detoxify our body. Work in our sectional breathing. Sectional breathing is the 3 section. We have the 3 section. Diaphragmic is called abdominal breathing. Chest breathing is called thoracic, and clavicular we using little shoulder. So that is correct our breathing pattern. When you can correct our breathing pattern, practice of Nadi Shuddhi or alternate nostril breathing to make a balance our breath. And when you can make a balance our breath, then practice PET, pranic energize technique. Now your prana is balanced, your energy is balanced. Now you can move the prana through the mentally to each. So moving, rotating, balancing the prana under the PET we learn also. Breathing practice, we have the different breathing practice, hands in and out breathing, ankle stretch breathing, hand stretch breathing. There you learn to the also in the yoga instructor course also. In the sitting breathing is the tiger breathing, shashankasana breathing. Is the prawn breathing, we have bhujangasana breathing, salavasana breathing. In the supine we can do straight leg rise or alternate leg rise breathing also. So what is the main purpose of the breathing exercise? Breathing is not work on directly your pranic body, it's work in our physical body. Like simple example, if I do the hand in and out breathings, this is the inhale and exhale. So what happened? I try to stretch my thymus gland, and when my thymus gland is straight, this is the one lymphatic node, and that is stimulate our immunity, stimulate our immune system. So now stimulate our immune system, and second times I work in our breathing also. So energy is create, and that energy moving to your organs and create to healing to your organs also. So same times you work in your physical body, and same times you work in your vital body also. So purpose of physical body, make a stretch like you do twisting, stretching, bending. So that stimulate the flow of energy and help to activate our organs. But how to moving that energy to other part also, that is work to the prana to moving. Now there is a different pranayama technique also. We can practice Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. There is the right and left nostril breathing or alternate nostril breathing. Ujjayi pranayama is also sensitization breathing. So we make the sense, we feel to our windpipe to taking breath, inhale, exhale using the throat. That is Ujjayi, is victorious breath. We have the three cooling pranayama, Sitali, Sitkari and Sadanta, and how to developing our awareness we learn under the cooling pranayama. And Brahmari pranayama is the mostly vibration and resonance form to how to feel the resonance, because Brahmari pranayama is a very good pranayama for release the mental illness. Like sometimes we can do the massaging our organs, we can do massaging or detoxify our organs, but brain is very difficult to massage or detoxify. How to? One of the Brahmari pranayama or chanting create the vibration in our brain and reduce all the tension, anxiety. So that is the laya form. Laya is vibration form. Now come to the PET, pranic energize technique. So there is the 80 step of the pranic energize technique is the prayer. This prayer is again coming from the Prashna Upanishad. There is the second step, breath awareness, how to give the awareness in our breath. Third, we go to the sensitization and recognition of the dhyana. We now to feel the nerve impulse in the this steps. Fourth step, movement and rotation of the prana. So how to give the movement in our prana and how to rotate the prana all over the body. Fifth step, we understand to how to make a balance now and how to energize to particular organs. And sixth step is silence. Seventh step is resolve, and eighth step is prayer. So we're not focusing more in the theory form. We try to focus in the more and more practical. So you can easy to understand and easy to realize what is done. Now first step is the prayer. So this prayer is coming from the Prashna Upanishad. So pranashedam vase sharvam tridivye yat pratishtitam mate vaputran rakshasva srischa prajnascha vidde hina iti. So what is the meaning of the prayer? I just summarizing the meaning. Pranashedam vase sharvam, all that exists under the control of prana. Tridivye yat pratishtitam, all the three words under the control of prana. What are the three words? Three words is represent to earth, sky and heaven. So this is under the control of prana. So now I pray or I salute to the prana. Hey prana, protect us. How to protect? Mateva putran rakshasva, like a mother is protect her kids and gives real wealth. Srischa, pragya is called to the wisdom, real wealth and wisdom, and that is the just simple meaning of the prayer. We salute to the prana. Because prana is universal universal life force, and without prana is no movement all the universe also. If no prana in this world, no wind in this world, that means no movement. If your body is okay, if no prana, cannot work, your fingers cannot work, so that means dead body. So under the pranic energized technique, we learn from gross to subtle how to moving our physical to the gross level to the go subtle and deeper, and we feel more and more. So we must be feel under this technique in the Annamaya Kosha, breathing, pulse, heartbeat, nerve impulse, and try to feel the sound resonance. Breath awareness in the second step of PT is the breath awareness. Under the breath awareness, we try to feel our breath. So when we practice, then you understand more also. So this time we need to feel the cool air entering, warm air coming out. Then try to continue moving to deeper and deeper. So when you take a breath, oh, breath is touching your nostril, then is go to the pharynx, then go to the larynx, then trachea, then alveoli, then bronchi, then moving your lungs, expand your lungs, then again coming out. So this is called to development the awareness. Now your mind, where is your mind connection? On your breath. So now your mind total relax and concentrate in the one point, and that is called dharana. Focusing with effort and try to convert to without effort, that is considered to meditation. When we go to the third step of the PET, we try to practice different types of mudras. What is the mudra? Mudra is called to the symbols or gestures, and is the real meaning of the root word of the mudra is called to the mudra harsane. Mudra gives you joy, bliss and happiness. So that's why we're using to the different mudra to channelizing our energy to all over the body and remove the blockage also. So here we using chin mudra. There is the, you can see chin mudra, we touch index finger. To under the PET we using and feel the nerve impulse. So when we touching to the nerve impulse, we try to press and feel the nerve impulse and then release. Again press, again release. So few times we're doing, mostly it's 9 times, but depend on the timing, we 3 to 5 times we can feel nerve impulse. So this we feel the pointed awareness here. When we go to the second mudra, we adopt Chinmaya mudra. Touch the same finger, Chin mudra, and fold other 3 fingers. And this time we try to feel linear awareness. This time we're not pressing the tip of the thumb or index finger, we pressing the 3 fingers and press in the line way and try to feel the nerve impulse deeper, then again little loose. Again press and feel the nerve impulse. You try to feel your awareness, that alertness, hands to going to your brain. Again you touch, again you feel, again is going to the brain. So that is the giving the alertness your body. Then for third mudra, we using Adi mudra. This time we go to the deeper surface awareness. We thumb inside, fold other 4 fingers outside and tightly press, feel the nerve impulse. This time is deeper speed. Again release. Again press, again release. Then fourth we adopt to the Namaskar mudra. And Namaskar mudra again we try to, so try to remember, don't be touch all the fingers each other, little apart your fingers. So you can use the proper fingers and press your fingers, try to feel the little heat. Try to feel little heat, then start to make a movement of your prana and try to feel the dhyana prana between. So 9 times we using this, then clockwise, then anti-clockwise. So what you need to feel? Mentally you feel, oh, between the palm is like an energy ball. You want to pressing, but you feel, oh, tight, cannot press. So that nothing but that is the prana. And which prana? That is represent to dhyana prana. Because dhyana prana have the movement, it can flow all the direction. Even beyond the skin, you can go to this dhyana prana. And this is the infinite speed, cannot measure to this speed. So when you touch to the nerve impulse, each and every mudras, you try to be feel the nerve contraction, and this is the speed your hands to your brain is taking to time, 5 feet per second to 120 feet per second. And try to you starting you feel very less, but you continue moving, and when you go deeper and deeper, then it's very fast. Starting you feel little difficult. Oh, now you feel nerve impulse. Then again second time, but when you continue go deeper, you just touch, you start to feeling. Just touch, you start to feeling, and that is create more and more awareness. When we go to the fourth step of PET is movement and rotation of the Dhyana prana. And in this condition, in this posture, in this step, we lie down or we can still sitting also and try to rotate the prana. First we feel the movement, then try to rotate the prana all over the body to right side to left side to right side, then both sides. Then fifth step is balancing and energizing. Then try to make a balance before we done to the movement and rotation. So we moving our right heel to the back of the head, only back side, then again to frontal to toes, then again same to the left side, then again front. Now we feel the both side, and after you feel, oh, is the balance, then try to make a balance your right side, make a balance on your left side, your frontal, your backward. And when you totally balance, our aim is make a balance. So that why we make a balance, because Bhagavad Gita also say samatvam yoga muchyate. Yoga is equanimity, and when you can balance your prana, you can balance your mind to body, you can balance your prana to mind, that is the yoga. So yoga is not only practicing asana pranayama, yoga is balancing to in your daily to day life also. So that is the main purpose. And sixth step, we moving to the resolve. In this step, we try to feel the positive thoughts. You can choose any positive thoughts, but full of the faith, like, oh, I am healthy. Repeat mentally, I am healthy. So what happened? You give the command in your subconscious mind, I am healthy. I am healthy. Now your subconscious mind cannot reject this stage. Why? Because this is a start to giving the awareness, and this is called positivity. And positivity always start to your mind. So if your mind is positive, that means half disease you already done, half uh, therapy or half practice you already done. So that's why very important of the yoga, or when you want to practice anything, you try to think positive. Yes, I can do. Yes, I will try. And that is keep the positive in your body and mind. Then after we moving to the seventh step is silence. No, sorry, sixth step is silence. Seventh is the resolve, and eighth step is the closing prayer. So closing prayer is again we spread the bliss. So we are, according to the yoga, we are all the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. All the world is like a family. So we not want to prayer like, oh God, please, I am happy, I am free from. We say all be happy, all be healthy, all be free from the disease. So that we bliss, and that we spread to the bliss all over the body. Okay, thank you. Now we start to practice. So we try to focus on the practice mostly. Okay, so you try to sit any comfortable meditative posture, and try to, if you're not doing the practice, you cannot understand. So try to feel, because prana I cannot give you like right alignment, oh this is back, because posture I can show you the alignment, but prana I cannot. I only try to guide you. So try to follow the instructions and try to feel and continue maintain the awareness. Remember, if you go to the unaware, that is not working. If you go sleep also, sometimes still get the benefit, but you're not aware. So try to be remain the aware, that is mindfulness. Okay, so we start the practice. So sit comfortably, any comfortable meditative posture. So it's not any posture, any comfortable posture you feel. Sit erect, back, neck, head one line, eyes closed, and bring your both palms on the knee. Try to take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Bring your mind outward to inward and try to concentrate on your breath. You need to feel. You need to aware. And that is the important in PET, pranic energize technique. Now totally prepare your body, prepare your mind to practicing pranic energize technique. When your mind is totally ready for practice, join your both palms front of your chest, Namaskar Mudra, and just observe the opening prayer and feel the resonance of opening prayer. Om Pranasedam Vase Sharvam Tridivi Yat Pratishtitam Mateva Putran Rakshasva Srisha Prajnasya Videhina Iti Om. Try to observe the meaning of prayer. Pranashedam Vase Sharvam. All the three words under the control of the prana. He prana, protect us like a mother protect her kids and give wealth, wisdom to real. Remember, you need to total concentrate on your breath. So slowly bring your both palms down on the knee. We start to second step of PET, breathe awareness. So try to focus on tip of the nose and feel your breath. Just tip of the nose. Try to observe your breath is going in, coming out. Totally focus tip of the nose few rounds. Breathe in, just use your normal breath. Going in, coming out, going in, coming out. Now try to focus on your right nostril and check your right nostril is freely moving the breath in and out. You're checking your breath imbalance because behind the breath imbalance, when you are the active in your right side, that means you active your left side of the brain. If you active your left side of the nostril, that means you active your right side of the brain. So try to feel the imbalance between your right and left and focus on your left side of the nostril. One of the nostril is freely than other. Try to totally concentrate. Nose, breathe, and feel the imbalance between your right and left nostril. Try to observe the balance, your right and left. And if you feel is totally imbalanced, your right and left nostril, one is freely than other. So slowly adopt Nasika Mudra and start to Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama 9 times. So fold your index and middle fingers and try to close your right nostril through the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril first. Try to inhale through the left nostril. Close your left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Close your right and exhale through the left. This is one round. Continue. Few round more. Try to totally aware and you try to make a balance between right and left and feel the kumbhaka retention of breath in and out. Your breath is deeper and your exhale is longer than inhale without any force. After few round of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, alternate nostril breathing, bring your palms down, eyes remaining closed. Now try to again focus on your nose and now check the balance between right and left. Now feel your both nostril is balanced, right and left. When you totally balance, now we development our awareness. Now when you breathe, inhale, feel the cool air touching your nostril and entering inside. When you breathe, exhale, try to feel warm air and warm air coming out through the nostril. Few round, inhale, cool air going in, exhale, warm air coming out. Your mind totally concentrate on your breath and you give the totally awareness. Try to feel the pointed awareness when you feel the cool and warm. Now continue development your awareness to move the linear awareness. When you breathe, inhale. Try to observe the wind touch on your nostril. Move to down to touch the pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, and expand your lungs. When you breathe, exhale, breathe coming out, lungs to nostril one by one part. Feel the contract your lungs. Breathe coming out, alveoli, bronchioles, bronchi, trachea, larynx, pharynx, nostrils, and you feel totally exhale. Few round, try to maintain the linear awareness. You going in, feel the each and every part of respiration going in and coming out. Try to totally focus. Remember, don't lose your awareness. Remain to aware on your breath. Try to continue feel, breathe in, touching each and every part, line wise, and coming out one by one part. Feel the developing your awareness. Before you feel only your nostril, now you feel nose to lungs, lungs to nose. Totally develop your awareness. Go to the deeper surface awareness. Try to feel when you breathe. Inhale, breathe going one by one part, and is make vitalize your organs. When you breathe out, try to feel release all the extra gases. Feel the nourishing your organs when you breathe in and releasing the carbon dioxide when you breathe out. Now slowly, slowly move our awareness on the sensitization and recognition of Dhyana and slowly adopt Chin Mudra. Touch your thumb, tip of the thumb and index finger in your both hand, front of your knee, other three fingers straight. Now try to press your tip of the thumb and index finger tightly, little, press and feel the nerve impulse. Try to feel. And when you feel, then just little release. Try to few round more. You need to feel the nerve impulse. Press, release. Try to feel the connection between fingers to brain. Measure the speed of nerve impulse. It's moving fast, and you making to the fast and fast. Touch and feel. This time you try to feel the pointed awareness on your tip of the thumb and index finger. Now move to the another mudra, Chinmaya mudra, and fold other three fingers, touch in between the palm. Now this time try to feel the linear awareness and press your three fingers, middle, little, ring finger tightly. Press, feel the linear nerve impulse, and again little loose. Try to feel. Press, feel the nerve impulse, then release. Press. This is give the sensitization, and you can find to easily to your dhyana and speed of dhyana, prana. After few rounds, the Chinmaya mudra, slowly adopt Adi mudra. Bring your thumb inside and fold other four fingers outside. And now press tightly your four fingers to press your thumb. Feel the deeper and deeper surface awareness. Feel the connection, your nerves, very fast moving hands to brain. And then let it loose. Continue few rounds, press and feel the deeper nerve impulses. And loose. Press and loose. After you feel the sensation, now we try to find the dhyana, recognition of the dhyana. So slowly adopt Namaskar mudra, front of your chest. Bring your both palms together, front of your chest, little your fingers apart. Press tightly your palms each other, fingers each other. Press tightly, feel the nerve, feel the heartbeat, try to feel the pulse rate. Feel the warmness between your palm. And when you feel it starting to warmness between the palm, now slowly, slowly start to moving our dhyana prana to spread your both palms sidewise, sidewise. Very slow, very gentle. Try to apart your palms, very slow, few inches. Then again, slowly bring back. When you try to bring back, feel the between the palms some magnet power, some force. You try to pressing, but you feel it's difficult to press. That is nothing but prana, dhyana prana. And this time try to don't touch each other your palm. When you totally near, then again apart your palm. Feel. Without feeling, you cannot find the sensation, you cannot find the movement of dhyana. So try to bring in and out your palm 2-3 times to feel and take an experience of dhyana prana to how you feel. Continue few rounds to in and out your palm. Between the palm, try to feel the energy. Try to feel the energy ball. You want to press like a balloon, but you cannot press. Now maintain the distance of your palm and try to feel between the palm you have one energy ball and try to start to rotate that ball. Rotate clockwise. Between is the prana. You rotate the prana. You feel the movement. You feel the warmness between the both palms. You finding the dhyana prana. You feeling the sensation of the dhyana prana. Try to feel the heat between the palm. Rotate few round clockwise. Then few round anti-clockwise. Continue focus between and try to feel. If you not feel, that means you're not focusing. Totally concentrate, because this is nothing but only awareness, only consciousness. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. Then now stop and again little bit apart your palm in and out. 1 or 2 times. Feel the pressure between the palm. Again out. In. Feel the between pressure. Now try to bring the palm on your affected part. So this is the energy you rotate. Now if you have the knee pain, you can bring your palm on the knee. If you have the back pain, you can bring the both palm on the back without opening your eyes. Just touch your both palms. Any part you feel the pain, any part you feel the affected. Now, if you have the mat, you can just try to lie down on your mat to Shavasana, and we're starting the rotation of our dhyana prana. So try to lie down on Shavasana. Try to without opening your eyes. Lie down on Shavasana to legs apart. Legs apart, hands beside your buttocks, little hands apart, palm facing upward. Eyes is continue, close. Try to feel the sensation after you done the mudras and recognition of dhyana. Now we try to give the rotation of the dhyana prana. So bring the awareness on your right side of the right heel and try to only focus the right side of the body. Leave the left side. Move your dhyana prana on your heel. Move to continue upward towards your calf. Continue visualize that part. Follow the instructions and continue visualize. Feel the energy ball you moving. Continue towards your buttocks, right side, waist, lower back on the right, middle back, upper back, shoulders, back of the palm, back of the elbow, back of the shoulders, right side, back of the neck, back of the head. Now try to change the direction of your prana to moving downward direction. Move to right side of the face, right side of the chest, right side of the abdomen, right side of the palms, to continue moving down one by one part to right side of the knee, calf, ankle, toes. And when you rotate your right side of the prana, try to feel the changes between your right side and left side. Your right side of the body totally energized. Now try to rotate the prana on your left side. Same, start with your left heel, calf. Move, continue energy ball upward, calf muscles, buttocks, moving to continue upward to left side, near back, shoulders, all the back of the palms on the left side to reach to back of the neck, left side of the head, and totally reach top of the head. Now try to start to moving your prana downward. Move the direction to downward, left side of the face, chest, abdomen, knees, ankles, and toes. Try to observe the prana all over the body is equally balanced. Observe your right side and left side of the body. Try to feel the balance. Now start to rotate your prana both sides. Toes, both toes, back of the buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back, back of the shoulders, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head. Now slowly change the direction of your prana to moving downward, to continue pushing to downward your prana to facial muscles, neck, chest, elbows, palm, abdomen, thighs, knees, ankle, and reach to the toes. Now this is totally rotate your prana all over the body. Now feel the changes all over the body. Your prana is totally moving all over the body freely. Now try to energize the part when you have the affected. Maybe if the patient have the cancer in the throat, lungs, liver, pancreas or any part, now try to visualize on that part. When you have any problem, maybe you have the back pain, knee pain, headache, migraine, cancer, Any part you have the pain, try to visualize on that part. Continue visualize on that part and start to moving all the energy to upward, to downward, moving all the energy on that part when you feel affected, when you feel pain, or when you feel less energy. Continue visualize on that part. When you're totally aware, totally visualizing, you maybe feel little warmness, maybe you feel little heatness on that part. Is moving to our immunity, moving to our energy. Now come back to your body consciousness and visualize any nature picture your mind to go to the silence. Try to observe the silence, to concentrate your outer sound to internal sound. You can focus any one sound, maybe that is your heartbeat, maybe your pulse rate. Try to concentrate and focus any one sound. And slowly, slowly start to think a positive, choose any positive statement and repeat mentally 9 times minimum any positive statement. I am happy, I am healthy, my immune system is strongest, I am free from the diseases, my back pain is released, my cancer cell is healed. So any positive statement, choose any one and sort and repeat mentally. This is create the positiveness in your body and mind. Because if you think positive, your body, your mind reactions would be positive, and that is create great energy to your body and mind. Now slowly, slowly come back to your body consciousness again. Try to feel your heartbeat, feel your pulse rate, feel your breath and blood circulation. Move your toes, move your fingers, move your head right and left. When you are totally aware, totally come back to your body consciousness, body awareness. Join your both palms front of your chest, Namaskar Mudra, and closing prayer to just feel the resonance of closing prayer. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Observe the meaning of prayer. All be happy, all be free from the disease, all be looking, seeing good, nobody hit each other. Peace, peace and peace always in the life. Now slowly rub your both palms each other. Make a cup shape around your eyes and feel the gentle warmness. Again, rub your palms and gentle massage your face and slowly, slowly few blinks and open your eyes. Thank you. So this is the short PET. PET mostly is taking time 50 minutes to 1 hour. But because we don't have the more time, so that's why maybe sometimes you feel, sometimes you don't feel. When you go deeper, it's very good PT for pranic energized technique for improve the immunity. Because one of the cancer is one of the main causes autoimmunity. So under the autoimmunity, what happened? We have stress, tension, our immune system start to attacking to the foreign cells. So in this condition, if you have the stress, anxiety, nervous system cannot give the proper message to your immune system. Now your immune system start to protect from the foreign cells, but cannot get the proper message through the nervous system. And if cannot get the proper message through the nervous system, in this condition your immune system confused and start to attacking our own cells. And when it start to attacking our own cells, that is called autoimmunity disease. Otherwise immune system is the defense system. But how immune system start to attacking own cells? Because stress, tension, anxiety, and this is the PET or any meditation mostly, or vibration meditation is the very good for calm down the mind, heal the mind, release the mental illness, and help to reduce the causes and help to improve the immunity also. So the PET, one of the very good advanced practice for cancer patient. Okay, thank you. Now you can ask the questions if you cannot understand.
Thank you, Master Ganesh, for sharing with us your amazing technique. So we do not have time for any question. So if you have any questions to ask Master Ganesh, please send your question directly to Master Ganesh. So for now, we have to wrap the session now because of time. So thank you for coming.